Hello, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about some study tips when it comes to studying for the CLEP exam. We now understand how to create a CLEP plan for 30 college credits, how to know what type of the types of attention are, how CLEP can benefit you, how much money you can save. When we know basically most what we need to know about CLEP. Now, here I have an article pulled up about attention span. And to summarize it, attention span differentiates by age, by any sort of mental health disorders that you might have, and it also differentiates by what you're focusing on. Okay, that's all that you might need to know. If you want to read this article, it will be linked at this video, if I remember to do it. So now, how do you study for CLEP? It is recommended that you study for like 30 minutes at a time and take a break. This is known as the Pomodoro technique, where you study for like 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break, 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break. And then after 2 hours of studying, you take like a long break, maybe a 10-minute break. That is recommended. Taking breaks is very great for studying because you're not learning. How do I describe this? You're not continually learning without making sure that your brain has a moment to rest and it can actually process what you are learning. Breaks are helpful in that. That's one of the main reasons we sleep. We sleep so that the brain can process what happened throughout the day, delete junk that it doesn't need, and retain what it actually needs. So that's one technique for studying. It is not recommended to start studying for your CLEP exam 2 days before the exam. I have done this. It is the worst thing you can do to yourself because you never know when stuff comes up. Stuff came up for me and I did not score the best way that I could for my CLEP exam. I do not recommend that you do that. Make sure you start like at least at the minimum, start 7 days before your CLEP exam. 2 hours a day is more than enough if you provide yourself enough days, enough time. If you start at a week, make sure that you understand what you're doing to yourself because that's a very short amount of time. You cannot squeeze a whole semester's worth of work. Well, you can squeeze a whole semester's worth of work into 1 week, but it will require some dedication. So that's one way to study for the CLEP exam. Budgeting your time within a few weeks, maybe a few days, if that's not a good idea. What else can you do? That's really the biggest part of it. It's just about budgeting time, respecting yourself, and being so disciplined that you will commit to the schedule and the time manage and making time for CLEP as you would with any other activity like doing laundry, washing dishes, going to the park with your friends, going to work. It's the same thing. Right. I hope this video has been helpful. Have a great day.